Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Alya Nabilah and today I want to present about politeness and interaction. So, what is politeness? Politeness is the act of displaying awareness of another person based interaction, often characterized by respect or deference when the other seems distant and friendliness. Camaraderie or solidarity when the other is close, demonstrating respect and deference in a social situation. So, for example, the first type might be found in a student question to his teacher, shown as A, and a second type in a friend's question to the same individual as in B. So, for polite conversation is, "Excuse me, Mr. Buckingham, but I can talk to you for a minute." And for casual conversation is, "Hey, Bucky, got a minute?" Like that. And the next is phase one. The participant involved in interaction are not living in a context which has created really fixed social relationships. Within their everyday social interaction, people generally behave as if their expectation concerning their public self-image or their phase one will be respected. If a speaker says something that represents a threat to another individual expectation regarding self-image, it is described as a face-threatening act. Alternatively, given the possibility that some action might be interpreted as a threat to another face, the speaker can say something to lessen the possible threat. This is called a face swapping act. Imagine a light night scene where a young neighbor is playing his music very loud and an older couple is trying to sleep. One of them purpose as a face threatening act and suggests a face saving act. So for the next is negative and positive phase. According to Brown Levinson, 1987, the term phase as the public self-image that every member wants to claim for himself, consisting in two related aspects. For the first one is negative phase, the need to be independent, to have freedom of action, and not to be imposed by other. And the second one is positive phase. The need to be accepted, even liked by others, to be treated as a member of the same group, and to know that his or her want to share by others. And the next is self, others, and say nothing. Refers to a politeness strategy where the speaker does not directly express their needs or desires to the other persons. Instead, they rely on the other person to recognize and respond to their needs without being as explicitly as. This approach is often used to avoid direct confrontation or to convey a message without explicitly threatening the listener face. So for the next is say something of and record. Off record politeness strategy include indirect communication in which the speaker does not immediately declare that intended message. This method is intended to avoid direct confrontation or to communicate a message without openly threatening the listener face. Off record, strategies sometimes rely on the listener ability to deduce the intended meaning from context and tone, rather than openly conveying the message. For the example is off record. "Ah, I forgot my umbrella," that implying a request for an umbrella without directly asking. And for unrecord is, "Can you lend me your umbrella?" That directly asking for the umbrella. And the next is negative and positive phase. When we are polite to people, we are appealing to one of these type. For the first type is positive politeness, appealing to a person positive phase can mean making the individual feel good about themselves. For negative politeness is appealing to a person negative phase can mean making the other person feel like they haven't been imposed upon or taken advantage of. For example, for a positive politeness is Sunun. How about letting me use your pen? That his song answer. Hi buddy, I expect it if you let me use your pen. That is positive politeness. And for negative politeness is could you lend me a pen? I'm so sorry to bother you, but I can ask you for a pen or something like that. And strategies. The point one is solidarity strategy. A solidarity strategy emphasizes closeness, shared identity, and a sense of being one of the same team. It's like saying we're in this together. And the second is different strategy. A different strategy, on the other hand, show respects for someone's social standing or position of power. It acknowledges the difference in a power dynamic and avoid being overly impulsive. For example, that solidarity strategy using on a group language jokes or nicknames like "Hey Paul, want to grab some pizza after work?" and emphasizing common ground. We both know this traffic is awful, and using inclusive language like "we" and "us." Let's brainstorm some ideas for this project. And the last one is employing compliments. You always have a great idea, Sarah. And the different strategy is using honorific. Yes, Miss Johnson, I can get that report to you by tomorrow. And hedging and softening requests. I was wondering if it wouldn't be too much trouble. Could I perhaps borrow your stapler? And the last one is using indirect requests. It seems like a printer is low on toner, hoping the listener will take the initiative to refill it. Next is persequence. A persequence in Pragmatics refers to an opening soon in a conversation that prepares the listener for a coming next. It's like setting the stage for a main action. So five common categories of persequence. The first one is pre-request. This prepare the listener for a request and might gauge their willingness to cooperate. Like for example, hey, do you have a minute before asking for help? And the second one is pre-announcement. This builds anticipation of something to blow off upcoming news like you won't believe what happened before telling a story. And the third is pre-invitation. This paved the way for invitation and might directly check the listener availability. And for example, is are you free on Friday night before inviting them out? And the next is pre-arrangement. This establishes the groundwork for a future action, like scheduling for a meeting. Example: would you like to make an appointment sometime next week? And last but not least is pre-identification. Just introduce yourself with your role in the conversation before getting the point. For example, hi, I'm Sarah from marketing. Before asking a question. And yeah, that's all from me. See you guys. Bye bye.